Mediema XC, Adriana Football Club, Bechem United FC, Vision FC, Brekum Chelsea FC, Baseke Oli Stars, Karila United, Young Apostles, Accra Lions, Legon Cities, Stratema FC. We move on to Division 1, Zone 1, Royal Tamale United, Tamale City, Victory Club Warriors, Northern City FC, Wa Power Sporting Club, Yape FC, Wa Sorinanti FC, Wale Catholic Stars, Techima 11 Wonders, Doma Unity SC, Techima Liberty Youth, DBB United, Wamanafo Mighty Royals, KAC Soccer Academy FC, Bofakwatano FC, Techiman Hero Sporting Club, Zone 2, Swedro All Blacks, Secondary Rose Park FC, Park Academy, Cape Coast Mysterious Drafts, Future Stars, Bekwa Heroes, Kumase King Faisal FC, Soccer Intellectuals, UCC Youngsters, Neo Dubiasi, Elimina Sharks, Sky Daboasi, Seshui All Stars, Secondary 11 Wise, Asekem FC, Inzima Kotoko, Zone 3, Ohio United FC, Port City, True Democracy, Kwao United, Golden Kicks FC, Home Stars FC, Atram Divise Sporting Club, Sempafi Football Club, Accra Great Olympics, FC Nania, Rain Masters, Nagod FC, Inter-Allies FC, Kings Palace Football Club, Oda Kotoku Royals, Akachi All Stars FC. Okay. We move on to the Regional Football Association. Ashanti, Bronga Afo, Central, Eastern, Greater Accra, Western, Volta, Upper West, Upper East, Northern Region, Women's Football, Tamale Super Ladies, Apemda Kwan Ladies, Dreams Ladies, Lady Strikers, Army Ladies, Azakes Ladies, FC Savannah Ladies, Halifax Queens SC. To the constituent bodies: Beach Soccer, Futsal 5-a-side, schools and colleges, security services, Professional Football Association of Ghana, Professional Footballers Association of Ghana, okay. Coaches Association, Referees Association, Juvenile Football, Mr. President, after taking the roll call and the attendance, I wish to inform you that with 96 members of the total membership of Congress present, Congress is duly constituted to do business in accordance with Article 26 of the GFA Statutes. I therefore hand over the baton to you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the heavy attendance. I'm even sure that a few others are on their way to this place. Let's move on to agenda number 4, which is approval of the agenda. And like I said earlier, the convocation was sent to members on the 11th of June. We did not have, or we did not receive a contrary proposition on the agenda, so we consider the agenda as having been approved. Thank you very much. We move on to number 5, back to you, GS, which will be appointment of members to check the minutes.
Thank you very much, Mr. President.
To these gallant men and to all former leaders and staff of the Football Association who have contributed to the growth and integrity of our beloved sport, we express our heartfelt appreciation. Their dedication, passion, and sacrifices have paved the way for the progress we celebrate today. And so, by mention of their names, I now honor the contributions of the following distinguished former chairmen and presidents of our dear Football Association. Mr. Ohinijan, H.P. Nyamite, Nana Fredua Mensah, Henry Jabba, Major General Kote, Colonel Bruce Graves, Major George Lamte, Major D.O. Isiama, Mr. Abuaje, who was the chairman in 1979, Mr. Sam Ochre, S.K. Menu, chairman 1980 to 1982, Mr. Zach Bentum, Mr. Akayinsu, Mr. Caesar, E.O. Tay, chairman 1984-1986, Samuel Otri, Ewa Nyamiche, Mr. Joe Latte, Nana Sambru Butler, the late M.N.D. Jaula, Benjamin Kofi, Dr. Nyao Tamaklo, President Kwesi Nyantechi, Dr. Kofi Amwa, for their sacrifice and devoted services to football. We say thank you to them. And to my ESCO, the staff of the FA at all our locations, be it at the headquarters, here in Pram Pram, the technical hub at airport, and in our 10 offices across the country. And lastly, to all leaders of our Football Association, Memamu Ayeko, Memamu Ayeko, the Vice President, Congressmen and women, I would also like to take a moment to acknowledge and warmly welcome our football legends, like I said earlier, who have joined us here today. Over the past 12 months, we have stayed firmly committed to the principles of good corporate governance, transparency, and accountability. And I'm pleased to report to Congress that this unwavering commitment has not gone unnoticed, elevating the reputation of Ghana football in the eyes of both CAF and FIFA. Indeed, Ghana football is on the steady rise. The next 12 months present us with a renewed opportunity to not only win the 12th man and empower our youth, but also to consolidate the gains we have made and continue along a transformative journey, one that seeks the holistic growth of our game across all levels. Together, with a unity of purpose and a shared vision, we will continue to build a brighter future for Ghana football. I'll talk about national teams and our clubs. In the year under review, congressmen and women, our clubs and national teams proudly carried the Ghanaian flag onto the international stage. And here, we duly acknowledge their efforts and commitment, particularly FC Samatex 1996. You represented Ghana in the CAF Champions League for the first time in the club's history, making a significant milestone in your remarkable rise. Ayeko, can we give it to them, please? In Swartaman FC, competed in the CAF Confederations Cup for the first time, following your impressive MTN FA Cup triumph and earning international experience for the club and its players. Ayeko. To our black princesses who qualified and participated in the World Cup in Colombia, our black satellites who qualified to the AFCON and exited in the quarterfinals, to our proud black queens who qualified for the WAFCON and won bronze, we say Aiko. Congressmen and women, I will not want to forget the exploits of our current league champions, Bibiani Gold Stars. Let's clap for the champions. Krobia Kumasi Asante Kotoko, our MTN FA Cup champions. Aiko. And to our newly qualified clubs to the top flight, Techima 11 Wonders, Swedo All Blacks, and Hoho United, Akwaba, to the Premiership. I would also like to take this moment to extend my heartfelt congratulations to all clubs that have earned promotion from the regional leagues to our Women's Premier League and the National Division 1 League. Your hard work, perseverance, and dedication have paid off, and your success is a testament to the strength and competitiveness of football at the grassroots level across our regions. To all of you, we say Aiko. Congressmen and women, under domestic competitions, we have successfully organized all our domestic competitions, both regular and off-season competitions, for the 6th consecutive season without major challenges. These competitions included our JPL, our DOL, beach soccer, futsal, the FA Cup, boys and girls, and our WPL. Throughout this period, we have identified areas for improvement and growth. Our domestic competitions continue to thrive, with the GPL, WPL, and DOL consistently showcasing promising talents and strong competitive spirits. Our national teams remain a work in progress, congressmen and women, with a mix of modest successes and challenges that continue to shape our development journey. While we regretfully did not qualify for this year's Cup of Nations in Morocco, the Black Stars remain on course for qualification to the Mundial in the year 2026, set to be hosted in the US, Canada, and Mexico, a goal we are working diligently to achieve. On a brighter note, several of our youth, boys and women's national teams have made our nation proud. Our national U15 girls team achieved gold medals at both zonal and continental finals of the 2025 CAF African School Football Championship. The female U17 team won gold at the Wafo Zone B U17 Girls Cup. The U15 boys team also excelled, winning bronze medal in both the zonal qualifiers and the continental finals held here in Accra. And like I said earlier on, the Black Queens marked a successful return to continental football by qualifying for the WAFCON, which was hosted in Morocco, and winning a bronze medal. Aiko. Can we give it to them, please? When we excel, it's important we celebrate. At the same time, when we don't do well, it's important for us to look within and find lasting solutions. So once we've done well, come on, let's give it to them, please. Delivering on commitments. We have remained steadfast in delivering on the commitments made by the Executive Council, as outlined in my address at our previous Congress, most notably at the last Congress held here at the Ghanaman Soccer Center of Excellence. Our continued investment in capacity building remains a top priority. Since the last Congress, congressmen and women, 750 coaches have been trained and certified, holding licenses across categories D to B. We are also strengthening our base of referees by advancing the training of existing officials and nurturing young talents through our flagship Academy Young Refereeing policy. Training to date a total of 256 boys and girls in this agenda. Club licensing. Club licensing remains a key driver in the development and improvement of football administration, underscoring the transformative work carried out by the Club Licensing Board and the department throughout the season. The licensing process for all 18 Premier League clubs was successfully conducted via the CAF-introduced Club Online platform, while all 48 Division 1 League clubs were also enrolled in the licensing framework. The licensing process indeed served as a catalyst for institutional reform, infrastructure upgrades, technical advancement, and overall development of our game. These strides highlight our commitment to raising standards, improving club operations, and aligning Ghana football with international best practices. This year, my challenge to our Finance Committee, to our Integrity Committee, is to conduct a review of all submitted financial statements of clubs and to advise ESCO on same. Division 1 League support. The Football Association remains deeply committed to the growth and development of our National Division 1 League. In line with this commitment, we will continue to provide the full range of support extended to the league last season. Congressmen and women, this support would include the full absorption of referee fees for all 48 league clubs. This will amount to a total of 2,520,000 Ghana cedis. This will be taken on board by your Football Association. It will also include the provision of 30 football booths for all clubs, totaling 5,777,000 Ghana cedis, totally absorbed. Congressmen and women, it will also include the provision of 30 footballs for all 48 clubs. We will continue with our bus acquisition strategy, continuous support from Melcom, continuous support from GOIL in terms of fuel provision, and it will also continue, we will also continue with our cash incentive that was given out to our clubs during the last season. If we remember, the cash incentive or the cash component of our support was pegged at 80,000 Ghana cedis. This will be increased to a minimum of 120,000 Ghana cedis per club this season. So the cash incentive per each Division 1 League club will rise from 80,000 Ghana cedis to 120,000 Ghana cedis per club. This is historic. Women's Premier League support. We will continue again to provide the same level of support extended last season to our WPL. Again, we will repeat our full absorption of referee fees for our 20 clubs, which is pegged at a little over 1 million Ghana cedis. Provision of 30 football booths for the 20 clubs, pegged at 2,105,420 Ghana cedis. Provision of 30 football booths, or footballs, for the 20 clubs, pegged at 330,000 Ghana cedis. We will also continue with our bus acquisition strategy, our support from Melcom, our GOIL fuel support, and the cash incentive would increase from 60,000 Ghana cedis to 100,000 Ghana cedis per club. Let's go back to where we took Ghana football from and how much our clubs were supported. Let's look at the quantum of the holistic support coming through your Football Association. That is when you would appreciate what is happening to the Ghanaian game. New and updated regulations, and in my opinion, this is the best gift to the Ghanaian game. the introduction of the standard player contract. Dear congressmen and women, it is with a deep sense of responsibility that I announce the formal approval of the GFA standard player contract set to take effect from the 2025-2026 football season. This development is a product of extensive collaboration between the Football Association, the PFAG, and all key stakeholders. Over the past seasons, we have engaged in thoughtful, inclusive dialogue, drawing on the collective expertise of all stakeholders to shape a document that reflects the evolving needs of our game. The standard player contract marks a significant step forward in the professionalization of Ghanaian football. It will now serve as the official template for all professional player signings across the Premier League, the Malta Guineas Women's Premier League, and the Access Bank Division 1 League. Indeed, in ensuring that we take off on a smooth note, there will be a transitional period where existing contracts will continue to run their course. However, all new signings from the upcoming season will adopt the newly approved template. I hear there are a few challenges, and we will fix those challenges very, very soon. This is not a final destination, but rather a firm and promising beginning for all of us. The standard player contract will evolve with time, and we will remain committed to reviewing and refining it to reflect the best practices and realities of our game. Media and marketing regulations. In our continued efforts to strengthen the foundation and future of Ghanaian football, I'm pleased to announce the approval of the GFA Media and Marketing Regulations 2025, which will also come into effect from the 2025-2026 football season. These regulations define the ownership, protection, and commercialization of media and marketing rights. They set out clear standards for how clubs must present themselves and contribute to the overall branding and promotional efforts of our competitions. I will urge all our clubs and stakeholders to embrace this framework, the professionalism and ambition that define Ghana football at its best. Distinguished members of Congress, it is with great enthusiasm that I announce another important stride in the development of our game, which is the approval and immediate implementation of the GFA Registered Football Academy License Regulations 2025. This groundbreaking framework is designed to regulate, license, and oversee the operations of football academies across the country. It represents a firm commitment to nurturing talent within a structured, professional, and safe environment. This regulation applies not only to traditional football academies, but also to those involved in beach soccer, futsal for boys and girls. Let us all embrace this important reform, knowing that it serves the future of our game. Now to investments in Pram Pram. The Ghanaman Soccer Center of Excellence here in Pram Pram continue to undergo significant grades or upgrades, and I'm pleased to report steady progress in this regard. In collaboration with FIFA, we are making further investments in the facility to enhance its capacity and infrastructure. Key developments include the construction of a multi-purpose hall and gymnasium, which is currently 75% complete. After this session, you can have a walk and take a look at what is currently happening here. The construction of a new multi-purpose court, which is now 90% complete, will provide a flexible space for additional sporting disciplines such as basketball and volleyball, promoting cross-disciplinary training and recreation for our national team players when they report here in Pram Pram. I also want to report, congressmen and women, that we've had some technical challenges in our quest to have the entire land of 64.25 acres fenced and the start of the 40-bed accommodation, which is all part of our announced legacy project. However, we are well behind that period, and God willing, the project will kickstart in the month of October. The construction and development of the 2 natural grass pitches is on course. It's just on my left once you exit this premises. We expect the contractor to hand over to the FA. Investments are all part. The Football Association has delivered on its promise to reward clubs who do well in our top flight leagues through our bus acquisition strategy. A total of 13 buses have been delivered to the champions of our Division 1 league and the Women's Premier League respectively as follows. 9 buses delivered to the Division 1 league clubs and 4 buses have been delivered to our Women Premier League clubs. In addition, through funding from the FIFA Forward project, the FA has also presented 8 brand new 4x4 double cabin pickup trucks to the regional football associations. This initiative aims to strengthen operations at the regional level and to promote grassroots and youth football development across the country. The following clubs have also won for themselves buses as a result of their performances during the just ended football season. They are from the Division 1 League, Techiman 11 Wonders, Soweto All Blacks, and Port City. From the WPL, Dreams Ladies and Police Ladies. Looking ahead to the upcoming season, again, 5 new buses will be at stake. 3 for the DOL and 2 for our WPL clubs. The GFA Foundation, which is the social responsibility arm of the Football Association, continues to strengthen its commitment to community development through impactful initiatives across health, safety, education, and well-being. The foundation has also been active in a variety of community-focused programs, including participation in the University of Ghana Corporate League and the organization of a licensed D coaching course for female inmates at the Nsawan Medium Security Prison, providing skills development and a pathway to rehabilitation through football. Vice President, Congressmen and women, I want to talk about our power to the youth policy, which takes a center stage this year. As part of our ongoing commitment to empower and develop coast football, the Football Association will continue to implement a range of support initiatives and interventions aimed at strengthening the capacity of our grassroots structures. These include the free registration of the first 30 coast players in each age category from U13, U15, U17, amounting to 30 players per club, free training for 900 coast coaches over a 3-year tenure, and I'm happy to say that this initiative is already underway and it is in its 2nd year. Free training for media officers of all district football associations, free first aid training for staff of both district football associations and the regional football associations, provision of medals, RFA leagues across the country, KGL support for our U17 coast championship, the NHIS cards being accepted as proof of ID registration for coast players, of course, training of regional scouts and development coaches across the country. These initiatives, Mr. Vice President, are central to our strategy of building a well-equipped, knowledgeable
sustainable and resilient football ecosystem from the grassroots upwards. We will repeat our strategic support for our regional football associations. And as part of our strategic collaboration with FIFA via the FIFA Forward program, we will once again invest $100,000 in the procurement of football to support grassroots football across the country. These footballs will go to Division 2, Division 3, and the regional women Division 1 leagues. We will, in addition, repeat our dedicated investment of another $100,000 specifically for the purchase of footballs for our coast clubs in this country. Your Football Association remains firmly committed to developing football from the grassroots, and you can see this from what I have said so far. Youth football development, both for boys and girls, remains a strategic priority and foundation of our future success. Dear congressmen and women, kindly permit me to reiterate that in partnership with our RFAs, the Football Association will not only continue but introduce the following. Introduce the Inter-District U15 Girls Festival, continue with the Inter-District U Boys Festival, introduce the Inter-District U Girls Festival, introduce the Inter-District U Boys Festival, continue with the U15 Girls Inter-Regional Challenge Cup, continue with the National U15 Boys Cup, continue with the KGL U17 National Championship, and then of course, pilot the elite U19 Boys Tournament. It's power to the youth. These initiatives, Vice President, congressmen and women, reaffirm our commitment to youth development, capacity enhancement, and sustainable growth of football at all levels. Coles, Women Division 1, Women's Premier League, DOL, and the JPL. Congressmen and women, I'm also happy to introduce or to announce our introduction of a U15 Girls Leagues across the 10 football regions. The Football Association will support each RFA with an amount of 80,000 Ghana cedis to organize U15 Girls Leagues for the upcoming 2025-2026 football season. So each of the leagues will be made up of 8 clubs. So we are taking the sport to the very foundation. Prior to this, when a young kid of 9 years, 10 years, 11 years, 12 years wants to start her football career, she needs to start from the National Division 1. To solve that problem, we are introducing the National U15 Girls League across the country with a seed money of 80,000 Ghana cedis to each of our RFAs. Dear congressmen and women, as part of our commitment to developing young talents, again, we are talking about power to the youth. And this is the only way our clubs can make money. As part of our commitment to developing young talents in a structured and competitive environment, the Football Association, as announced 12 months ago, will implement the mandatory use of U19 players starting this season. All clubs across the following levels of Ghanaian football are expected to comply accordingly. For the Premier League, all matchday squads must include 4 U19 players, and a minimum of 2 must play a part. For the Division 1 League, all matchday squads must include 6 U19 players, and a minimum of 3 must start. Division 2, all matchday squads must include 8 U19 players, and at least 4 must start from the start. For the Women's Premier League, all players must be 20 years old and above. This initiative, congressmen and women, is a bold step towards reinforcing our player development pipeline, ensuring that young footballers gain essential match experience, and preparing them for elite level competition. Full compliance is expected from all our members. Congressmen and women, your Football Association remains committed to strengthening youth football development, again, across all regions. As part of this commitment, the FA will continue its support for regional codes U17, U15, and U13 with the following support. For the U17 Regional Championship, the winner of each championship will receive 1 set of jersey, 10 footballs, and 10,000 Ghana cedis. For the U15 leagues across the country, the champion would receive 1 set of jersey, 10 footballs, and 10,000 Ghana cedis. And for the U13 level, the champion would receive a set of jerseys, 10 footballs, and 10,000 Ghana cedis. Now to the Regional Women's Division 1 League. Again, a trophy, a set of jersey, 10 footballs, and 10,000 cedis towards youth development. Power to the youth. Congressmen and women, the Elite Academy project of the Football Association continues to record steady growth with sustained investment focused on nurturing young football talents whilst integrating formal education as a core component of development. The Bolgatanga Academy in the Northern Belt remains the flagship of this initiative, distinguishing itself as the only academy with a fully integrated male and female program. The Academy has successfully enrolled a second group comprising 22 boys and 12 girls, who have joined the existing first generation group of 27 boys and 15 girls who are currently in SHS2. The Middle Belt Academy, developed in partnership with Prempeh College, is now fully operational. The Academy currently houses 22 boys who have commenced technical training and academic instructions in line with the National Elite Academy curricula. Preparations for the Southern Sector Academy, in collaboration with the Achimota Secondary School, are at an advanced stage. The first intake of students, congressmen and women, is scheduled for this year, further strengthening the Academy's national footprint and fulfilling the vision of creating a balanced regional talent development framework. Congressmen and women, referee. Referees are the unseen backbone of our football competitions. Their decisions shape not only our matches, congressmen and women, but also the trust of players, of coaches, fans, and stakeholders alike. It is therefore befitting that we reflect at this Congress on the strides we have made in this area and the challenges that continue to demand our collective attention. Over the past 12 months, the FA has undertaken deliberate and far-reaching steps to strengthen refereeing in Ghana. We have invested in training and capacity building, and through partnerships with FIFA and CAF, we have conducted national and regional refresher courses, technical workshops, and mandatory fitness assessments. We have also made meaningful progress in integrating technology into our refereeing ecosystem. Whilst VAR implementation remains on the horizon, we have introduced video analysis as a training tool, allowing referees and instructors to review performances and make data-informed improvements. The Football Association also has improved the appointment and evaluation process. Match officials are selected based on performance and on merit. Indeed, we are making progress on inclusivity. What that means is that, congressmen and women, the number of female referees participating in top-level competitions is growing, and we are nurturing the next generation through targeted recruitment and development programs. In addition, the GFA rolled out the Card Them Young refereeing policy at the regional level. Under this initiative, we are identifying and nurturing young talents while supporting RFAs with essential officiating materials such as uniforms, whistles, flags, and cards. However, it will be disingenuous to speak only of progress without acknowledging the challenges that persist. Integrity and perception remain our biggest obstacles. Despite improvements, congressmen and women, concerns about fairness, bias, and alleged misconduct continue to surface. These perceptions, whether real or imagined, damage the reputation of our leagues and undermine confidence in results. We must work harder to ensure our referees are not only fair, but are seen to be fair. We also recognize that delays in the payment of referee allowances, though sometimes reflective of broader global realities, the FA, however, remains committed to improving refereeing welfare and ensuring that officiating remains a respected and rewarding profession. Mr. Vice President, congressmen and women, this year we intend to put the welfare of our referees on a very high stage. Our referees, we think, deserve more attention. Our referees deserve our support, and the natural well-being of same is very, very important. So our referees will take center stage in terms of their welfare going into the new football season. Congressmen and women, the Executive Committee, having reviewed all operational need areas, has approved new working conditions for our referees in the GPL, DOL, and the WPL. The Executive Committee, as part of this strategy, has introduced a holistic insurance policy for all 280 referees who will be officiating in our GPL, WPL, and DOL starting this year. The insurance will cover the following: group life cover, critical illness, permanent disability, medical expenses, and workmen's compensation. Also have other complementary benefits such as spouse benefit, child benefit, parent benefit, and funeral support benefit. Can we give it to them, please? This policy, like I said earlier, will cover all 280 referees who will be working in the GPL, in the DOL, and in the WPL. We will consider our match commissioners from the 2026-2027 football season. 2, support of football boots for referees. We will support each referee with 2 pairs of football boots for the season in support of their work. I can see my referee's manager smiling. Furthermore, we will also support each of our referees with 3 sets of uniforms for the upcoming season. Again, we will support each of our referees with 3 sets of warm-up uniforms for the upcoming season. All referees in the 3 top leagues will continue to enjoy their 50% discount on travels via our partnership with STC Ghana. Where are the referees here? Where are the referees? Where are the referees? Where is George Seja? And you are not clapping? Thank you. The welfare of referees matter. Enhanced monetary incentive for referees. Each of our FIFA referees in the GPL will, from the start of the 2025-2026 football season, earn 2,500 Ghana cedis per game. So each FIFA referee in the GPL will earn 2,500 cedis per game, and each non-FIFA referee will earn 2,000 Ghana cedis per game. Our DOL and WPL referees will take home 1,000 Ghana cedis beginning the upcoming season. Can we give it to them, please? Don't they deserve this? Don't they deserve this? But once we are paying more, it means we're going to demand more. We're going to demand more from performances. It is a game-changing moment for our referees. And I hope they are happy. So whilst hooliganism at our match venues has declined significantly, the occasional physical and verbal attacks on referees by players, club officials, and supporters remain deeply troubling and entirely unacceptable. We must take a united stand as a football family to protect our referees and uphold the values of discipline, respect, and fair play. It is time for our referees. It is time to support them. Together with CAF, FIFA, and international partners, we are still working on ways of introducing in various phases the video assistant referee project. And especially given our new TV partnership, we are very, very close in this realization. Colleagues, as we deliberate at this Congress, let us reaffirm our commitment to building a refereeing system that is credible, competent, and respected, one that holds its own in Ghana, in Africa, and beyond. Again, on refereeing, one of the key strategies to be reviewed is the conventional weekly regional meetings of referees. This is now mandatory and must be attended by all referees in the GPL, in the DOL, in the Women's Premier League. If any referee absents himself or herself from the weekly regional meetings, you will not have appointment in the subsequent weeks. This is mandatory. Payment of referee fees at the RFA level. We will continue to contribute to the payment of referee fees at the Regional Football Association level with the allocation of 300,000 Ghana cedis for this year again. Congressmen and women, in our continued effort to elevate the quality, the integrity, and the appeal of domestic football, the FA has implemented several strategic initiatives aimed at improving fan engagement, security, compliance, and the overall competitive environment across our leagues. 1. Introduction of the happy hour concept. To enhance match day attendance and foster strong connections between clubs and their local communities, we introduced the happy hour concept, a fan-centered initiative designed to boost engagement and to attract spectators to our venues. This initiative seeks to make the stadium experience more vibrant, accessible, and family-friendly. This will be continued. Congressmen and women, following the unfortunate passing of the passionate fan, Nana Poli, we rolled out the enhanced match day safety protocols with a particular focus on security in the second half of our season last year. This measure or strategy underscores our unwavering commitment to safeguarding the lives and well-being of all who attended our matches, supporters and players alike. War on illegal betting. The global surge in sports betting has unfortunately exposed our game to the threat of match manipulation and illegal syndicates. Ghana is not immune. However, the GFA has taken a bold stand. No betting company, again, has been licensed by the FA to place odds on domestic leagues. Just like I announced during our Congress 12 months ago, we are pursuing legal action locally and internationally against companies that unlawfully take bets on our leagues. Our legal department is working closely with reputable legal firms to confront these activities head on. Let us be very, very clear. No betting company is allowed to take bets on our domestic competitions. And in saying this, we are very much open to partnerships with credible legal betting companies who wish to engage with our football ecosystem transparently and ethically. Enhanced TV and radio strategy for our leagues. Our GPL will see a big boost as a result of a carefully modeled strategy which has resulted in a joint partnership deal with Adisa Productions Limited with the full backing of government. This partnership will not only bring in top-level TV production of our league, but who have sacrificed a lot. This new TV production and commercialization strategy will give each of our 18 GPA clubs a minimum of $1 million Ghana cedis before the start of the new season. The joint partnership will also see a good investment in the promotion and marketing of our GPL. We will deploy a similar strategy for radio commentary also for the 3 top leagues. So beginning the 2025-2026 football season, we will have a well-synchronized and coordinated radio commentary for our GPL, our DOL, and our WPL. This will bring clarity, professionalism, and create a decent content for our consumers. Indeed, a new dawn is here with us. I want to speak a bit again about our GPL. And most importantly, I want to speak about merit awards. Merit awards here is the awards to be given to each team or a team by way of placements on the league log at the end of the football season. Before this, you could see clearly that we are going through unprecedented investment in football across all levels, from Colts to Women Division 1, Women Premier League, the DOL, and now we are talking about the GPL. What is currently happening to our leagues is unprecedented. Never in the history of domestic football have we seen such levels of investment. If I am in doubt, or if you are in doubt, bring me the proof. Never in our history have we worked to this level to attract this level of investment. So in our desire to make our GPL very attractive, the GFA will reward each club depending on your team's position at the end of the league season. Awards per placement in the season will go to the first to the 15th place team at the end of the season. The first to the 15th place team. So for the first time in the history of the Ghanaian game, the GPL, the winner of our GPL will take home 2 million Ghana cedis. For the first time in the history of the Ghanaian game, never before, Mr. Fred Papo is here, former Vice President. Fortunately, we have 2 of our former General Secretaries. They were very hardworking. Mr. Kofi Sia, Emmanuel Jima. Has there been the time that the Ghanaian game has seen this level of investment? The answer is no. Never before. What we are doing currently is to elevate our league to attract and to be the best on the African continent. The GPL winner will take home 2 million Ghana cedis. The runner-up will take home 1 million Ghana cedis. The third runner-up will take home 800,000 Ghana cedis. The fourth place team will take home 750,000 Ghana cedis. The fifth place team will take home 700,000 Ghana cedis. This is the Ghana Premier League. The sixth place team will take home 650,000 cedis. The seventh place team will take home 600,000 cedis. Eighth place team, 550,000 Ghana cedis. Ninth place team, 500,000 Ghana cedis. 10th, 450. 11th, 400,000. 12th, 350. 13th place, 300,000. 14th place team, 250. And 15th place team, 200,000 cedis, totaling 9,500,000 Ghana cedis. Our league has changed. Yes. Our Premier League would also attract all the best players, hopefully in the sub-region. Again, in total, the FA will be investing a total of 9,500,000 Ghana cedis in merit awards only in our GPL this season. This is the beginning of a new dawn. It is a game-changing moment. It is a new story for the Ghanaian game. It is a story that has never been heard. It is a story that has never been told. But today, it is being told. It is our gospel. The gospel according to the Premier League. It's all different for our referees. It's all different for our 18 clubs. Every game counts. Every point is important. This is the moment. 2 million Ghana cedis as prize money. God bless our homeland Ghana and make our Premier League great and strong. Match review panel. The newly reconstituted match review panel will now meet 3 times in a week for a review of all games in the GPL, WPL, and in the DOL. Decisions of the match review panel will no longer be subjected to a review process. Once they take their decision, it is final. Mandatory pre- and post-match engagements. To boost professionalism and to open up our clubs more, mandatory pre- and post-match press conferences will be enforced across the Ghana Premier League, the Division 1 League, and the Women's Premier League. This initiative allows clubs to connect directly with their supporters and the media, helping to build stronger and more marketable brands. Again, through our partnership with Bet Power, the GFA has enhanced the locker room bonus policy for players and tanker teams. This initiative offers direct cash bonuses to winning teams in the GPL and in the DOL. And in the WPL. Hey, I can see the DOL clubs. Don't worry. Step by step, it will get to your turn. I see our watch looking at me and thinking about DOL. It's coming. Timely start of our competition. Ensuring the timely commencement and smooth running of our competitions remains a key priority for the Football Association. For the upcoming season, we are committed to starting all national and regional competitions in a manner that allows for yearly and successful completion. Indeed, all regional second division leagues must commence before the end of October 2025. Similarly, all other competitions administered by the Football Association at the regional level must begin promptly to ensure they conclude within the scheduled time frame. With a new forward cycle coming up very soon, We plan to work with our RFAs to build new offices in each of the 10 football regions. Like I said earlier, as a result of our TV partnership with Adisa Productions, we have reached the last line in our desire to deploy the VAR strategy in Ghana. This means more cost in the management of the game, but it is a pathway we want to tread on. I want to talk about our partnership with government. The partnership between the Football Association and the government of Ghana through the Ministry of Sports and Recreation has become a cornerstone of our shared efforts to revive, to reform, and to elevate Ghana football to greater heights. This strategic partnership is grounded in a mutual vision to use football, not only as a tool for national pride and youth development, but also as a vehicle for economic growth, social cohesion, and international recognition. Let me take this opportunity to extend the FA's profound appreciation to the Minister of Sports and Recreation, Honorable Kofi Idi Adams, for his consistent support, visionary leadership, and dedication to football development in Ghana. Indeed, his open door policy, timely interventions, and collaborative spirit have been invaluable in aligning government resources and policies with the aspirations of the Ghanaian game. Last year, I spoke about few issues, and I want to repeat same here today. Distinguished members of Congress, the minister's representative on the high table, Honorable Betty. Like I said last year, I raised a critical issue that continues to hinder the growth or the commercial growth of football. The absence of sponsorship from alcoholic beverage companies due to existing regulatory restrictions. Today, I must once again highlight this reality, not to challenge the regulation, but to appeal for reform grounded in logic, fairness, and global best practices. Under current Food and Drugs Authority guidelines, alcoholic beverage companies are barred from sponsoring football in Ghana. This legal barrier continues to cost Ghana football millions of cedis in lost sponsorship opportunities. It is worth noting that some of the biggest football properties globally, including the UEFA Champions League, are proudly sponsored by major alcoholic brands such as Heineken. These same competitions are broadcast, consumed, and celebrated in our homes, in our clubs, in our communities by our youth. It is therefore both paradoxical and economically counterproductive that Ghanaian football cannot benefit from a product category that supports football across the globe. Recommendations. We call for the urgent development of a framework that would allow for responsible alcoholic beverage sponsorship of football, designed in consultation with the Food and Drugs Authority, the Ministry of Sports and Recreation, and civil society and health advocacy groups. VAT on football revenue. Football clubs across Ghana are currently subjected to a 17.5 value-added tax on revenue, a significant financial burden that stifles growth and sustainability. By contrast, other sectors such as the conventional entertainment industry enjoy a flat VAT rate of 3%. This unequal tax treatment undermines the operational capacity of our football clubs, which are already struggling with limited sponsorship, infrastructure challenges, and rising costs. Congressmen and women, we respectfully urge government to consider aligning the VAT obligations of our football clubs with those of the other entertainment industry at a flat 3% rate. This policy will increase club profitability and reinvestment in player development. It will also enhance competitiveness across domestic competitions. Betting tax redistribution. Congressmen and women, we also call on government to enact a statutory law that ensures a portion of taxes generated from betting companies whose revenues are heavily football dependent are reinvested directly into football development. with the GFA as a primary statutory beneficiary. CAF Competition Support Fund. We also call on government to establish a dedicated national support fund for clubs representing Ghana in the CAF organized competitions such as the Champions League and the Confederations Cup. These clubs carry the national flag and indeed need logistical, financial, and institutional support to succeed on the African continent. Tax exemptions on national team equipment. Currently, your Football Association pays tax on essential football goods donated by sponsors like Puma, including jerseys, training kits, and replica wear for all our national teams. The call for full tax exemptions on all football equipment used by our national teams, including goods designated for player development and grassroots, is very, very important for us. Appreciation to our sponsors. On behalf of the Football Association, I wish to extend our deepest appreciation to all our sponsors and our partners. Indeed, your unwavering support has been instrumental in shaping the history of our football. We are grateful to the following corporate entities and individuals for their continued support: Bed Power, Malta Guinness, Melcom, Star Times, Puma, Decathlon, Pella, NASCO Electronics, Access Bank, KGL Foundation, MTN Ghana, Goyle Ghana, ZPay, Woodin, Star Energy Drink, and all our media partners. To all individuals, football enthusiasts, and private contributors, we say thank you for believing in Ghana football. Your confidence in the leadership of the FA continues to inspire us to do more, reach higher, and strive for more excellence. Let this be a call to other potential partners. Ghana football is rising, and this is the time to join us on this journey. Together, we can build a thriving football ecosystem that brings joy to the people and pride to our nation. In conclusion, Mr. Vice President, ministers, representatives on the high table, members of the ESCO, special guests, my beloved clubs here in present, colleagues from the media, as I bring my speech to an end, I wish to express my sincere gratitude to each of you for your presence, for your commitment, and the spirit of collaboration that has marked our deliberations today, or that will mark our deliberations today. This Congress has reaffirmed what we already know, that the strength of Ghana football lies in unity of its stakeholders. From administrators and referees to players, to coaches, sponsors, and supporters, we are all partners in the shared vision of building a football industry that is not only competitive, but also credible, inclusive, and sustainable. We have reflected on the significant progress made, from infrastructural improvements, enhanced competitions, financial injection into the domestic game, referee development, increased investment in women and grassroots football. We have acknowledged the support of our sponsors, the invaluable partnership of government, and the sacrifices of those who serve the game at every level. Yet, we have also faced the truth of our challenges. Concerns around officiating, hooliganism, funding gaps, and hurdles that impede the growth of our game. These are not insurmountable challenges. Indeed, they are the very reasons we continue to work harder, think smarter, and stand firmer. As president of your Football Association, I remain firmly committed to the principles of transparency, innovation, and progress, but I cannot do this alone. The journey ahead demands our collective will, our shared vision and wisdom, and our unwavering determination to make Ghana football a true national pride. Let us leave here today, congressmen and women, with renewed energy and a stronger resolve to protect the integrity of our game, develop our talents, support our clubs, and raise the standard of our competitions. Let us be bold in our reforms, deliberate in our investments, and united in purpose. To all our stakeholders, thank you once again for your trust and support. May we continue to work together in building a future where Ghana football thrives at home, across Africa, and on the world stage. God bless you, and God bless Ghana football. Together, let us win the 12th man. Let us empower the youth, and let us consolidate our gains. Medamasi. Thank you. Thank you very much. So that was the president of the FA delivering his speech. Can we give it to him, please? So at this point, and after listening to the president delivering his game-changing speech, I'll crave your indulgence to introduce one important person representing our Honorable Sector Minister, Honorable Kofi Adams. We have in our midst Madam and Honorable Betty Crosby Mensah. She is the technical advisor to the Minister of Sports and Recreation. We also have in our midst the Deputy Director General NSA, Mr. Gideon Hammond. So after that short speech by the president, I think this has been the shortest speech by the president. Is that not the case? But I guess this has been the most powerful speech and the biggest statement football can ever make. If there is a moment in time of football in Ghana that one wants to be part of, this is the moment. The investment in the top flight will trickle down to every level of the Ghanaian game. Because if the Premier League clubs have money, they will buy good players from the Division 1 league and from the regional leagues. And soon, and very soon, what we have achieved in doing with our GPL, which is from today will be the most talked about Premier League in Africa, will be for us to focus also on the Division 1 League and the Women's Premier League in the same manner. With God being on our side, and with the support of congressmen and women, we will collectively arrive at that destination. Okay, so let's go back to the agenda. We would make some small changes with your permission. Would want to invite the representative of the sector minister, Honorable Betty Mensah, to deliver a speech on behalf of our sector minister. Honorable, thank you.
It's on. It's on. It's on. Hello, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I am highly honored to be part of this great occasion. And I'm particularly honored to be representing our sector minister in the person of Honorable Kofi D. Adams. Mr. President, just yesterday evening, I was actually sitting with the minister in his office whilst he was drafting his speech, because this occasion really meant so much to him. Unfortunately, he got a call from the big house this morning for him to attend upon the presidency to discuss a very important subject matter, which happens to be football and funding. And I'm sure when we talk about football, we know that cash plays a very important role. And so he then invited me to deliver his own speech, the speech prepared by the minister. And so I will crave your indulgence to read the minister's speech. Mr. President, the President of the Ghana Football Association, members of the Executive Council, delegates, distinguished guests, the media, ladies and gentlemen. It is an honor on behalf of the Ministry of Sports and Recreation and the Government of Ghana to join you for the 31st Congress of the Ghana Football Association. This gathering goes beyond fulfilling a statutory mandate. It provides an important platform to reflect on our progress, take decisive actions, and collectively shape the future of our beloved game. Football is the heartbeat of our nation. It unites us across regions, communities, and backgrounds. Every club, official, coach, referee, player, and fan here today is part of the story of Ghana football. Congress is where we take stock of our journey and agree on the road ahead. Ladies and gentlemen, let me commend the GFA for a sustained commitment to grassroots football development and the growth of the men's game over the years. These efforts are already bearing fruits, with the Black Queens winning bronze at the Women's Africa Cup of Nations in Morocco, the under-15 boys claiming bronze, and the under-15 girls securing gold at the African School Football Championship in Ghana, and the Black Princesses excelling by winning gold at the U20 WAFU tournament. Equally encouraging is the recent form of the Black Stars, who have begun their 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifying campaign on a high note, winning back-to-back matches against Chad and Madagascar. This winning start is a strong signal that with focus, preparation, and unity, Ghana can reclaim its place among the best on the global stage. Mr. President, ladies and gentlemen, I also applaud the key reforms on today's agenda: the introduction of a minimum wage for Premier League players, and the adoption of a standard player contract, and landmark decisions that will improve player welfare, attract and retain talent, and strengthen the integrity of our league. Equally commendable is the proposal for greater gender representation through the creation of a female vice president position. This is a progressive step that aligns with the national commitment to empowering women in sports. As a government, we are committed to creating the enabling environment that has made possible the recent broadcast and marketing partnership between Aseda Production, the GFA, and the government of Ghana. This landmark agreement reflects our shared vision, and we will work hand in hand with all stakeholders to see its full potential realized. Beyond the financial benefits, it promises to give our league greater visibility and global traction, projecting our beautiful game to audiences far and beyond our borders. Alongside this effort, I am pleased to announce that a proposal for a sports development fund has received presidential approval. And a bill is now being prepared for submission to Parliament. This fund will provide a sustainable long-term solution to the financial constraints that have long limited our sports sector, offering stable support for football and other disciplines alike. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to use this opportunity to encourage club owners and administrators to cooperate fully with the GFA and partners to ensure the league is marketed, packaged, and delivered at the highest standard. Let us work together to mark the Ghana Premier League not only as the heartbeat of our nation, but also a product that can stand proudly on the world stage. Colleagues, our ambition must also be to build a very attractive local league, one that excites fans, draws consistent crowd, and becomes a magnet for sponsorship and investment. Football today is not just about club pride, it is also serious business. We must embrace modern marketing, fan-based engagement, and strong branding to keep our game commercially viable and continuously appealing to corporate Ghana. Ladies and gentlemen, in doing all this, governance and integrity must remain our foundation. Decisions taken here should reflect the long-term interests of Ghana football, guided by transparency, accountability, and fairness. Healthy debate is part of progress, but once decisions are made, let us unite behind them and move forward together. As we deliberate during this Congress, let us remember that the future of Ghana football rests not only in the results we achieve on the pitch, but in the systems we build off it. Systems that will outlast individuals and elevate generations to come. Let us remember, the world is watching. Ghana has talent, the history, and passion to lead African football again. With unity, professionalism, and vision, I am confident that the decisions we take today will inspire renewed hope among our people and bring glory back to our games. Ladies and gentlemen, while there have been proud moments, we must also be candid. The disappointment of missing out on AFCON 2025 is still fresh in the hearts of Ghanaians. This is not a time for blame, but for a resolve. We must strengthen our technical development, grassroots structures, and preparation for the challenges ahead. On behalf of the Ghana government and the Ministry of Sports and Recreation, I assure you all of our full support for the growth and development of football from grassroots to the elite level, from infrastructure to player welfare. Together, let us write the next great chapter in Ghana's football story. Thank you all, and This is the Congress that marks the beginning of a stronger and more united, successful era for Ghana Football Association. I wish you all the best for this afternoon's discussions.
Thank you very much, Honorable Betty Mensah, representing our sector minister. Can we give a round of applause, please? So, Honorable Betty will be taking leave of us. So we'll take a short break, and I'll see her go, and then we'll come back to continue with the business for the day. Thank you.
Please have your seats. Fafa. I want to see it. We will continue with the playing of the video for the activity reports.
Yes, I salute.
Please have your seats so that we'll continue. Grateful if you have your seats. Accra House of Folk, please have your seat. And call your brothers. Where are your brothers, Kotoko? Please have your seats. The president is continuing with the meeting.
Okay. We are back in business. Can we all take our seats, please? We are back in business. We are back in business. Before we take the comrades, why are you so excited? Because of course football. You want to come back. Before we take the next item on the agenda, which is item number 8, let me introduce a board member of VRA. He also serves as Director of HR at YEA. He's one of our special guests here, Wanda Koto. Thank you for coming. Can we get to him, please? Mr. Wanda. He's a wondrous man. So, item number 8 on the agenda. After that address by the President of the FA, approval of the minutes of the preceding Congress. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. The minutes of the preceding Congress was contained in the convocation sent to the membership of Congress. As of today, we've not received any corrections or any additions to it. So, Mr. President, I'll ask Congress, as many that are willing to approve the minutes of the preceding Congress, please show by hands. Thank you very much. Mr. President, with your permission, I'll go on to item number 9. That is the activity report containing the activities since the last Congress by the General Secretary. Again, the activity report is contained in the convocation, and at this stage, we would play a video version of it.
qualified for the Africa Under-20 Cup of Nations in Egypt, but painfully exited at the quarter-final stage after losing to Tunisia on penalties. Following this misfortune, the Black Satellites then competed in the Wafubi Under-20 Cup of Nations in Accra and finished third. To the Black Stars, we have made significant strides in our national team A's performance, especially in the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers. Ghana currently sits atop of our group after 5 wins and 1 defeat and has 4 more matches to play. In September, the Black Stars will play Mali before rounding up the qualifiers against Central African Republic and the Comoros. Let's do some other news. The Executive Council continued to deliver on commitments to our members in the 2024-2025 season.
If you look at funding, at least the Ghana Football Association has been supporting the regional football associations with subvention.
Every month, give me a monthly subvention of 10,000 Ghana cedis, and then they are giving us office equipment.
With the support of the Ghana Football Association, we've been able to upgrade the secretariat. Today, we can confidently say that at least there's been a much improved correspondence between the secretariat and our various stakeholders.
To be honest, the FA has never failed in its bid to assist the region to execute our mandate. By 26 latest every month, at least you are assured of some 10,000 cities that you are going to use, one for paying the allowances of your staff at the secretariat.
It helps us to take certain decisions which without it will be very, very difficult.
Support in equipment such as the supply of footballs to all levels of Ghana football.
Every season, we've been benefiting these footballs. As soon as we take the balls, we make sure the clubs benefit it.
As we speak now, footballs are in for the regional leagues. And last season, let me reiterate that we had over 700 footballs to distribute to our teams in the region. And all affiliated teams had the opportunity to pick some balls from the Regional Football Association Secretariat to help with their training.
And it's going to help the clubs. It's going to help the clubs to at least cut down the cost. Because if without these balls, they have to go and buy balls. So far they are getting free balls, at least it will reduce their cost.
The Ghana Football Association has started giving out football boots to Premier League clubs, Division 1 League clubs, and Women's Premier League clubs for the forthcoming season. The GFA continued to support clubs in the Division 1 League and the Premier League, as well as the Women's Premier League, by absorbing all referees' fees.
Again, last season, we had the opportunity to receive 30,000 Ghana cedis from the Ghana Football Association as their contribution to help reduce the officiating burden on our teams at the juvenile and the second division level.
Through the support of FIFA Forward, we have succeeded in purchasing 8 brand new pickups for the regional football The beneficiary clubs include Young
percent funded by the GFA. We've also benefited from the juvenile coaches training. GFA has helped us train 30 of them already for free, 100% funded by the GFA.
We've been able to train about 60 coaches to handle the juvenile level, and I want to believe that a year or two from now we'll begin to see the fruits of that effort.
This initiative will ensure that all coaches are equipped with the fundamental knowledge and skills required to effectively develop young players.
Years past, many of the coaches in the central region didn't have any training, professional training in coaching. We were just coaching with mere passion and all that. But when we were introduced to the license day, me and my colleagues can attest that we have really learned a lot when it comes to technicality of coaching and then the science behind coaching juvenile players. We have gotten a lot of insights.
These licenses are things we require to have. We desire to have them, and they coming in to support us with the D is very laudable.
Introduction of Captain Young refereeing policy.
It has helped a lot. We have seen them officiating at the juvenile level. Sometimes when it becomes critical, we use some of the good ones even in our division league matches, and they have excelled.
It is helping us. And now referee issues in the regions are going down.
A key part
that has also done very well by providing equipment for the regions.
Our Catch Them Young refereeing policy targets boys and girls aged 16 to 17, identifying and training the next generation of match officials.
The experience has been great. Since I became this referee, it has made me travel around Ghana, and then at least it has given us to do. You know, maybe weekend you have a match, so you keep preparing for your match. Day in, day out, you are training, so it keeps you busy all the time.
We've been traveling and we've been getting to know various places and all that, and I would say the project has been helpful to us.
I want to say a very, very big thank you for giving us this opportunity to be here, because we are many and we have gotten this opportunity to come and learn. So we promise that whatever we have been taught, we will put it into practice.
This initiative aims to provide young referees with the education and experience they need to officiate at higher levels of the game. Introduction of girls U15 leagues.
We introduced the girls' schools football, and then we had Northern region and then Greater Accra region as the pilot.
We decided that
because that has been done always by the FA.
Now, the U17 interdistrict, the winner is given 10,000, unprecedented.
And you see, these are young lads. When they realize there's something to play for, it encourages them, and the momentum is almost always high.
It has really motivated me as a coach and the kids, because they have competition to play. So whenever they close from training or they finish their leagues, they know that they have a competition to play at the district level, from the district to regional. Then from there, they will go and play KG or the U15 elite that the JFA has brought.
2026 football season, the template of this standard player contract would be made available to clubs in the Premier League, Division 1 League and Women's Premier League for new professional players going forward. The Executive Council of the Ghana Football Association also approved the JFA Registered Football Academy Licensing Regulation. This regulation shall be the rules governing licensing of football academies and authorization to organize youth football competitions in Ghana. These rules shall apply to association football, inclusive of beach soccer and futsal for men and women. These rules shall also govern the authorization of international travels for teams of young players. Under this regulation, only natural or legal persons may own an academy.
Establishment of our first ever National Elite Academy.
The early school academy that we have started over here in Ghana is to get the best talents and bring them to the best academic institutions so that we can groom and combine both football and academic aspect for their growth and development as individuals, for the FA and for Ghana as a country.
In a historic move, we have established the country's first ever National Elite Academy in the Upper East region, the Ashanti region, and Greater Accra region.
Accra is so more justified. Obama bakaya say I'm picking. No almost say I'm the medical school.
I'm not sure omuku school mo manage say enkolana kudu aye school kesia aye prempe kali.
As a hub for the most promising football talent, providing world-class training facilities, coaching and support systems for youth development.
For them even give me the chance to come to Bokatanga Senior High. Even that was my first choice, but I didn't get it. And the football, everything we want, they give us food, clothes, shelter, everything we want.
I'm not far, Mono. Mintia Sheo, Miss School. I'm trying to say, Omo books, and Omo baby, Omo here in school, Honey, Omo na fan come by Amo.
By setting up the academies in the Upper East, Ashanti, and the Greater Accra regions, we are promoting football development outside traditional urban centers, ensuring a balanced and inclusive growth of talent across the country.
The academy concept that the FA came up with, I think the technical directorate, they've done a good job so far. And the boys, I can say, are really schooling and are adding football to their careers there at Prempeh College.
With what I have seen since the start of this academy, I can tell you that we have a bright future.
Introduction of a talent identification program. To further strengthen the country's player identification systems, the Ghana Football Association has partnered with FIFA to introduce a cutting-edge talent identification program.
This program, like he said, is the talent identification program. And the purpose of that is to give every talent a chance to be identified or to be scouted and to be given the opportunity to be trained and then to be put into a program that can determine the pathway of your football career in the future.
This collaboration ensures that Ghana is competitive in international football.
The Upper East has the potential to produce a lot more super talents and perhaps a lot more of Abedi Ayubeles if and only if we support our youth with first-class footballing infrastructure.
And this technical center which we have built, I'll be glad and propose that we should call it Kepukaku Winkogo Technical Center for Excellence and Development. We are hanging his name on it with Winkogo so that we know that there is something here in Winkogo.
The Upper East region has witnessed a significant rise in interest in football among young players since the establishment of the Ket E.S. Okraku Technical Center at Winkogo.
This facility happens to be the best facility that we have in this region because Upper East, in terms of football infrastructure, we are lacking behind.
Just a park, a standard. Me na me ma hada. But the first day I'm here, then
the center now hosts the GFA Elite Academy lower division matches and Women's Division 1 League games.
And for the people of Upper East, as you can see today for yourself, series of games are already ongoing. This morning the academy boys had their turn. The ladies, the academy girls will also be playing their league match. Right after that we'll be having Division 2 league match. And it goes on. There are weeks that you see that virtually from morning to evening because we have beautiful floor lights, standardized, that when you are playing as if you are playing in daytime.
This development has brought numerous benefits to the community, particularly the youth, and is contributing to the growth of football in the region.
Ama Boga teams na wahano umu konkai so they make sure because football is about pitch. It is a pitch, anywhere your friend is yana to the be a bonu football near there be emwa.
Many in the community are already experiencing the positive impact of this project.
This venue has come to save the people of Upper East, most especially the footballing community, and it's so dear to us. And we are guiding this venue jealously that its lifespan should go past it is supposed to be so that we can benefit more.
Let's end the report by paying tribute to our departing heroes. Emmanuel Awulekwe Sr., former Black Stars captain. Joe Latte, sports broadcaster and commentator. William Esu, former Black Meteors and Legon City's goalkeeper. Hans Kofi, former Black Meteors, Legon City's Mediema SC and Ashanti Gold forward.
Ricky Roy Romeo, former fitness coach of the senior national team, the Black Stars.
Oko Ai, former Black Queens head coach. Leonard Aqua, former Black Stars player. Kofi Poku, former MTN FA Cup Committee Vice Chairman. Michael Osei, former Black Stars, Mines 05, Eintracht Frankfurt, Asante Kotoko player and coach. Kwabena Beidu, former Sekendi Hazakes FC player. Emmanuel Brenu, former Hazakes and Zamalek player. Francis Yao Frimpong, also known as Poli, Asante Kotoko fan. James Asafotei, staff of the GFA at Pampram. Wilberforce Infu, former Swedro All Blacks, Asante Kotoko and Black Stars player. Joseph Kobuna Ade Koka, former vice chairman of the GFA. Jonathan Abe Pobi, Neoplan Stars and former Black Stars Management Committee member. Aka Anthony, former SWAG president. Ibo Kwanza, former SWAG president. And Habib Ganiyu, former captain of Vision FC. their souls rest in perfect peace.
Please, I'll crave your indulgence as we stand for a minute silence for our departed brothers and sisters. Indeed, we would observe this 1 minute silence also for our 8 departed brothers who died on the call of national duty recently, and indeed all the departed. May the souls of all the departed rest in perfect peace. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Can we have the lights fully backed on, please? Fred, sorry, we'll not take remarks on our activity report. This is just for your consumption. No, that's not the point. We, at Congress, we follow only the law. Okay, so let's stay within the law and not deviate from the law. This is an activity report that doesn't need comment from anybody at all.
It is accompanied by the text. The text is in the convocation.
Okay, thank you. So, colleagues, Congress, when we come to Congress, let us only and solely apply the law. Okay? What we just saw does not warrant comments or otherwise. We solely go by the provisions of our book and the standing orders of Congress. Let us remember this. Thank you. We go to the next one. So that was the activity report put together, telling us the story of our work and of your work. The story that you saw are matters of fact that cannot be critiqued by anybody. Let's go to the next one, item number 10, which will be the presentation of the consolidated and revised balance sheet and profit and loss statement by our auditors. If our auditors are here, could you come up the podium and speak to the issue on the table? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Mr. President of the Ghana Football Association, Mr. Vice President, Executive Council members, members of Congress, all other protocols observed. I'm representing Bekatili, Ghana, Bekatili Anda and Anda, the auditors of the Ghana Football Association. I present the independent auditors report to the members of the Ghana Football Association. Report on the audit of the financial statement. Our opinion. We have audited the financial statement of Ghana Football Association for the year ended 30th June 2024 which comprise the statement of financial position, statement of comprehensive income, accumulated fund balances, statement of cash flows, and related note to the financial statement, including a significant accounting policies as set out on page 15 to 34 of the auditor's report. In our opinion, the accompanying financial statement of Ghana Football Association presents fairly, in all material respects, the financial position of the association as at 30th June 2024, and its financial performance and its cash flows for the year then ended in accordance with the IFRS accounting standards and in the manner required by the Companies Act 2019 at 992. The basis of our opinion. We conducted our audit in accordance with international standards on auditing. Our responsibilities under those standards are further described in the auditor's responsibility for the audit of the financial statement sections of our report. We are independent of the association in accordance with the International Code of Ethics for Professional Accountants, including International Independency Standards, the code, issued by the International Ethics Standard Board for Accountants. We have fulfilled all our other ethical responsibilities in accordance with the code, and we believe that the audit evidence we have obtained is sufficient and appropriate to provide a basis for our opinion. On key audit matters, these are matters that in our professional judgment were of most important and significant in our audit of the financial statement within the current period. These matters were addressed in the contents of our audit of the financial statement and informing our opinion thereon. We do not provide a separate opinion on these matters. On receivables amount of 14.7 million, a comparative in 2023 of 24 million as of June 30, 2024. An impairment provision was made on this report. Receivables are largely money due from the association, from clubs and other sponsors. Those measurements of the impairment provision is deemed as a key audit matter, as the determination of assumptions for expected losses are subject due to the level of judgment applied by the Executive Council. The most significant judgments are the assumptions issued or used in expected loss models to assess the risk related to the exposure fund recoverability and valuation of clubs' receivables, the timely identification of exposures with significant increase in credit risks. We updated our understanding and tested the operating effectiveness and of management internal controls over receivables and their recoverability, evaluated the appropriateness of the accounting policies based on the requirement of IFRS 9 and the industry practices. We circularized the football clubs and sponsors of the association and reconciled all those things to the ledgers. We performed substantive testing to obtain evidence of timely identification of exposures with significant increase in risks and timely identification of club receivables impairment exposures. Other information in the auditor's report. Management is responsible for the other information. The other information comprises the information included in the annual report, but does not include the financial statement or our audit report thereon. Our opinion on the financial statement does not cover the other information, and we do not express any form of assurance conclusion thereon. In connection with our audit of the financial statement, our responsibility is to read the other information, and in doing so, consider whether the other information is materially inconsistent with the financial statement, or our knowledge obtained in the audit or otherwise appears to be materially misstated. If based on the work that we have performed, we conclude that there is a material misstatement of this nature in the other information, then we are required to report the fact. We have nothing to report in this regard. Mr. President, please, I move from the responsibility of management and the auditor's responsibility of the financial statement, which has to do with more of our procedures and audit objectives. We move to page 8 of our report. We are required to communicate to the Executive Committee regarding, among other matters, the plan, scope, and timing of the audit and significant audit findings, including any significant deficiencies in our internal controls, and we identified during our audit. On report on other legal and regulatory requirements as required by the Companies Act 2019, The Companies Act 2019 at 992 requires that in carrying out our audit work, we consider and report on the following matters. We confirm that we have obtained all the information and explanations which, to the best of our knowledge and belief, were necessary for the purpose of our audit. In our opinion, proper books of account has been kept by the association so far as appears from the examination of those books. The association's financial statements are in agreement with the books of account and returns. We also confirm that the association generally complies with the relevant articles of the Ghana Football Association statutes. The engagement partner responsible for the audit resulting in this independent opinion is KB Anda, with ICAG practicing certificate number 1098. The report was signed by Catherine Anda and Anda on 20th December 2024. Thank you very much, Mr. President.
Thank you very much. That was the presentation of the consolidated and revised balance sheet and profit and loss statement from our auditors. Thank you very much. We go over to item number 11, approval of the financial statements of the previous financial period.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Mr. President, since the convocation was sent to the membership of Congress, we have not received any input or comments from the membership. I therefore move to the approval of the financial statement. So as many members as are willing to approve the financial statement, please show by hands. Thank you very much. As many that are not willing to approve the financial statements, kindly show by hands. Thank you very much. We move on to agenda item number 12, approval of the work program and budget for the coming year. The revised budget for the 2025-26 financial year, that's from July 1, 2025 to June 30th, 2026, and the budget for the 2026-27 financial year. And I'll call on the CFO of the association to give us a presentation on the budget.
The President of the Ghana Football Association, Mr. Kurt Edwin Simeon Okreku, the Vice President, Mr. Mark Addo, Executive Council members, the General Secretary, Prosper Harrison Addo, Esquire, and all other protocols duly observed. I have the high honor as the Chief Finance Officer of the Ghana Football Association to present to you the operational budget and financial work plan of the Football Association for the financial year 2025-2026 and the rolling budget for the 2026-2027 financial year. Ladies and gentlemen, you will recall that the financial estimates for the 2025-2026 financial year were approved at Congress in prior year 2024 at the same venue here in Ghanaman Soccer Center of Excellence, Pram Pram. Based on the following reasons, these estimates have been revised as indicated in the budget document that has been shared with you already. 1. Inflationary pressures eased during the period. Inflation currently hovers around 13.7% as at June 2025. The Ghana cedi appreciated against the major trading currencies. The local currency appreciated by about 42% against the US dollar year to date. 3. A sharp drop in the treasury bill rate from around 28% in prior year 2024 to around 12% for the indicative 91-day treasury bills in current year. The above reasons affected several of the assumptions which underpinned the preparation of the budget, hence the need to revise these estimates. Budget objectives. The following were the budget objectives and considerations which underpinned the preparation of the budget. Finance. To consolidate revenue measures and operating cost containment, and then to maintain a strong and a stable balance sheet for the association. People, engagement and capacity building. To enhance employee capabilities and competencies, roll out structured internal workshops and sponsor external training programs for employees of the association, and then generally to improve corporate governance. Internal processes. Improvement of processes and systems and optimum utilization of the association's assets. And this basically means an efficient risk management to prevent operational losses. The adoption of core information technology systems across functions to bring about the organizational efficiency and cost reduction. And then to enhance compliance of club licensing requirements relating to audited financial statements. Development of grassroots and youth football. Promoting fair play, education, culture, unifying values, and making football accessible at the grassroots level. Infrastructure. Create a world-class technical center in Ghana Soccer Center of Excellence through the provision of top-notch gym, multi-purpose tennis court, and then a 3-star accommodation facility. And finally, competition to introduce total quality management, known as TQM, in all competitions at all levels. I want to take some few minutes to give you a highlight on the FA's financial performance since this current administration took over. The past 6 years have witnessed significant growth in the FA's revenue and expenditure generation activities. Gross revenue distribution indicates 88% revenue from football activities, while non-football activities revenue account for 12%. Total revenue from football activities between 2019 and 2024 summed up to 401 million Ghana cedis, while non-football revenue totaled 56.44 million Ghana cedis. Expenditure for the 6 years being reviewed have seen steady growth levels. Total expenditure between 2019 and 2024 summed up to 436 million Ghana cedis approximately. A compounded annual growth rate of 56% for total expenditure was moderate, considering the hikes in inflation and a weakened Ghana cedi during that same period. The effect of these revenue and expenditure mix culminated in an average net earnings of 3.49 million Ghana cedis and a growth rate of 52% if compounded annually. Budgeted financials. Total revenue for the revised budget is projected to grow marginally by 1% to 150.3 million Ghana cedis compared to 149.4 million Ghana cedis as approved by Congress in prior year, and this is expected to reach 180 million Ghana cedis in 2027. Revenues from TV and broadcasting rights is projected to grow by 18%, whereas growth in sponsorship revenue is pegged at 22%. Grants and subventions, mainly from FIFA and CAF, will also peak at 28%. Income from direct sporting sources will grow by 15%, while non-sporting income will witness a flat growth. Total expenditure for the 2025-2026 revised budget is projected to increase mainly by 1% over the approved budget of the prior year Congress. The expenditure budget will be underpinned by the 6 pillars of the Football Association's strategic plan as indicated below, and these documents have been shared with you. Infrastructure development, capacity building, improved competitions, good corporate governance, improved IT infrastructure, and stakeholder engagement. Although not established for profit-making purposes, the Football Association anticipates generating substantial revenue during the budgeted period. The combined effect of the projected revenues and expenditures is expected to result in a net and excellence in managing key stakeholders of the football ecosystem. Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Congress, for listening. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Again, the budget, both the revised for the current year and the budget for 2026-27 was sent in the convocation. We have not received any comment or contrary views to the budget. So as many Congress members that are willing to approve the budget for the Football Association, kindly show by hands. Thank you very much. Please, those who do not want to approve the budget, kindly show by hands. Thank you very much, Mr. President. One person, thank you. Please let the record show that one person voted against. Thank you. We'll go on to the next one.
Mr. Rag, there's no room for comments on this. You only have to show whether we are just voting. So thank you for voting against. Thank you. Let's go to the next one. Item on the agenda. We are on item number 13, which is votes on proposals for amendments to the statutes. Yes.
Thank you, Mr. President. Again, the proposal to Congress for the amendment of the statutes upon clearance from FIFA and CAF has been sent to the membership of Congress. Mr. President, with your permission, I would want to walk us through the requirements of the statutes as to how amendments are done by the FA. Under the 2019 Ghana Football Statutes, Article 34, it said that amendments to the statutes and the standing orders of the Congress. there are 5 articles to, there are 5 sub-articles to this article. Article 1 to 4 talks as to the procedure leading to the vote, and then Article 34.5 talks about the requirement as to what it takes to adopt the proposal. Now, 34.1 clearly states that it is only Congress that can approve amendments to the statutes. 34.2 says that a proposal for the amendment of the statutes shall be submitted in writing with a brief explanation to the General Secretary by a member. Indeed, the GFA has been receiving proposals from our various bodies. And in 2002, the Executive Committee set up a statutes review committee. This story is still on the GFA website. The committee then gave August 2nd deadline for members to submit proposals for the amendment of the statutes. Indeed, the committee, when it was formed, were given previous proposals that had come to the FA, including the one from the Kumasi meeting. Now, this particular proposal for amendment and the other ones to the committees were all, or should I say, are all in my office, but I've decided to bring a particular one so that people who are interested can see. The club that made a proposal and all the supporting members of Congress that supported that proposal. It is here. Normally, FIFA, CAF, and this same FA has never put in the convocation the members who suggested amendments. I've led amendment in this very room so many times, and you know, we've never disclosed the membership that made the proposal, but it is here, and people can also come. Okay, President said I should disclose it, so let me disclose. So, Wayashin Junior FC, now Techiman Heroes Football Club. At the time, they were Wayashin. That was August 1st, 2022. Is their letterhead. They were supported by over 60 membership of Congress. We have Premier League clubs. Okay. But the document is here, so those who wants to verify can. And you can always pass by the office to see all the other proposals and the supporting members. Now, we move on to Article 34.4, that the vote on the amendment to the statutes of the Congress shall be valid if a majority, that's more than 50% of the delegates representing members are eligible to vote are present. At the start of this Congress, we took the roll call. We have more than 50% of the membership of Congress herein gathered. And so Article 34.4 has also been complied with. Now, having come from normalization, when you want to make amendments, you have to send it to FIFA governance and indeed CAF governance. And we've done this before in the past, since 2019. So both bodies would have a look, they will review, and then they will give you a response. We've been there twice already, and we know what the results was. This time around, when we send the proposal for amendment, On 4th June 2025, at exactly 9:10, we received our response from the governance division of FIFA, having worked with their colleagues from CAF. Please kindly project the letter for. So this is an email from Ahmed Aras, who is the Senior Member Association Governance Services Manager at FIFA. In copy is Gilson Fernandez, Tana Rolf, Mr. Solomon Modegi, the very man who was here in 2019 during the time we did the 2019 status. Mr. Diop, and then their colleagues from CAF. Their colleague from CAF, we have Felix Magani, Sarah Mukwena, the General Secretary of CAF, Jean-Jacques Dien of CAF, and then Nadine Magnede of CAF. Are you able to project it? Okay. So when it is ready, it will show. Say, dear General Secretary, we thank you for your email, including the proposed amendments to the GFA status. Please note that we have assessed the document together with our colleagues at CAF, and below is our feedback regarding the proposed amendments. Article 37.1 and 37.3. So this concerns the female making the second vice president, making the women's rep a second vice president. That's in Article 37.1. And then 37.3 is on the fact that if the president is not available, the vice president will act. And then if in the absence of the first vice president, the second vice president will act. The response was that we have no objection against the proposed amendment. On Article 37.4, in this article, that's the article of the term limit. In this article, we agree with the proposal, but we highly recommend aligning it with the FIFA model, proposing as per the following. Then they give a draft of how it should be. It says the mandate of the president, the vice presidents, and members of the executive council shall be for 4 years. Their term of office shall follow the same electoral cycle. Their mandate shall immediately begin after the end of the Congress, which has elected them, and expire at the end of the Congress at which their successors are elected. No person may serve as president for more than 3 terms of office, whether consecutive or not. All other members, including any vice president of the Executive Council, may serve for no more than 3 terms of office, whether consecutive or not. Any partial term of office exceeding 24 months shall count as 1 full term. So this is the draft they send for us to use instead of the one that was sent to them. On Article 37.1, on the increment we were desirous to do in terms of increasing the composition of the Executive Council. They wrote, we regret to propose, with regards to the proposed amendment to the composition of the Executive Council, we strongly recommend that you maintain the current composition without a change for the following two reasons. One, the number of members in the Executive Council is an appropriate and suitable one. Representation to all members should be ensured in the Congress, who then elect a limited number of members in the Executive Council. It is not advisable to have a large number of members in the Executive Council. Number two, the number of the Executive Council was properly revised not long ago in 2019. And we are of the opinion that it should be maintained. Therefore, we will not recommend proceeding with this amendment. On Article 26, in our attempt to increase the size of Congress to accommodate the remaining clubs of the Women's Premier League, and then the additional slot to each regional football association, and the other members, a membership for the constituent bodies. They wrote, with regards to the proposed amendment to the composition of Congress, we strongly recommend maintaining the current composition of Congress without change, as we believe that this composition was also confirmed properly during the revision of the statutes not long ago in 2019. The idea in the Congress is to ensure appropriate representation, and this does not necessarily mean that each member from each category of members in the Congress shall be represented by a voting delegate. For the regional association, we are of the opinion that each of them is already well represented by 2 voting delegates, and there is no need to increase the number at this moment. It is important to maintain a certain level of stability in the composition of Congress and not to continue increasing, which would have financial and organizational consequence on the FA. In fact, we are of the opinion that the number of delegates representing the members of the GFA Congress is already too high with 124 delegates. In fact, we recommend decreasing this number than increasing it. Therefore, we strongly recommend maintaining the current composition at this time. Additionally, we would like to take this opportunity to remind you that you may remove Article 81 regarding the transitional provisions which were added in the statutes back in 2019 during the transitional period. Paragraph 1 should have been completed by now. Please let us know if you have any questions regarding this. The next 3 paragraphs are focused on the election which were conducted by the Normalization Committee back then and was only applicable to the first election following the adoption of the 2019 statutes. As for the last paragraph, and so that we can all relate, the last paragraph is what talks about the Division 1 league clubs and the reduction. They gave us a plan to reduce. I'm sure we all remember the attempt. As for the last paragraph, you could discuss it with the members of Congress in order to propose and agree on the way forward. Our recommendation here will be to discuss with your members and find a way to gradually reduce the number of clubs in the Division 1 league in order to end up with a Division 1 league organized at the national level rather than it being zonally done. This would have a positive impact on football in Ghana. We thank you for taking note of the above, and we remain available to discuss further if you have any questions. And it's from, like I said, Ahmed Aras, who is the senior member association governance manager. And indeed, his boss replied and then gave him a thumbs up for a good response. So, yes, so this was Wednesday, 4th June 2025 at 9:10 a.m. If they are having challenges, we'll make it available to members of Congress. Having read the clearance from FIFA and CAF, we will now proceed. Now, since we've sent the convocation, the GFA has not received any counter proposal or any comment whatsoever on these proposals from that has been sent in the convocation. So at this juncture, with the permission of the President, I would move forward and say that as many members of the GFA Congress who wish to approve the proposals to Congress as contained in the convocation kindly show by hands. We will need our scrutineers, our 3 scrutineers. Please come forward. Alaji Idi, Madam Anna, and then George. Please remember that you are also delegate, so you count yourself before, in case you are voting. Yes. So please share accordingly. So, George, please go to the other side, and then, because we have a numbers requirement that we need to. So, as many members of Congress who are willing to approve the proposal, kindly show by hands. Please count. Please, you can go. So, as many who wish to, no, he counted himself. As many, wait, oh, you've not finished. Hey. As many delegates who wish not to approve the proposal, kindly show by hands. Please, those who have abstained. Okay. Just okay, 3.
Ralph, I think that in the first instance when you try to speak, I ask you to respect, and I ask all of us to respect the standing orders of Congress and our status. If you want to make any contribution on the floor of Congress, it's important you address the chairman of Congress and for the chairman to give you the permission to speak. At the moment, you don't have the permission to speak. Can you sit down, please? I'll come to you, Ralph. Eddie, could you appreciate it?
Members of Congress, at the end of the voting, we have 3 members.
Yes, one moment. So I want to address this small issue. My brother Ralph wanted to make a comment on an issue. He's already cast his vote. Ralph did cast his vote. Ralph, is that true? Yes or no? Please. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So once you've cast your vote, which was exactly what the law was requiring, there was no point in coming back to negate what you have done. Thank you. Go carry on, GS.
Okay. At the end of the voting, 3 members abstained, 6 members voted against the proposal, and then 1 voted for the proposal. The requirement is 75%. Now, the 114 translates to 91.94%. So the vote is carried. Thank you very much, Mr. President. Okay. The President wants me to talk about the lumping of the votes. Indeed, the proposal came together and it will be approved together. Same is done in FIFA, same is done in CAF. Last year, 2024, at Bangkok, the FIFA brought a number of amendments contained together and we voted only once. CAF will be doing amendments in October. Please watch out for it. It will be done together. Thank you. Unless a member has written earlier to the GFA about splitting them. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, GS. Thank you, Congress. Again, just to go back to what we have just done, which is item 13. Yes, you are done. Thank you very much. Just to add to what the GS said, item 13 says that votes on the proposals for amendments to the statutes. That's what it says. Thank you. Next item, we will invite the President of the FA for his closing remarks. Mr. President, if you are here, could you take your turn again, please? Thank you. I didn't know that Odro Safo is the shadow president. Jose, what do you do? Closing remarks by the president, the vice president of the FA, my colleagues on the Executive Council, former Vice President Mr. Fred Papo, former General Secretaries of our esteemed FA, representative of the Sports Minister, Deputy General National Sports Authority, my club CEOs, general managers, leadership of football here and present, our honorable member of parliament who has stayed faithful to football, our constituent bodies, hard-working staff of the Football Association, colleagues from the media. The business of the day is coming to an end. We've done justice to the agenda for the day. I remember in Tamale, I made a clarion call to members of Congress to stay faithful to our status and to treat the status like their Quran or like their Bible. I will today repeat that clarion call one more time. That when it comes to the business of Congress, there is no ifs or buts. There is no going sideways, whether right or to the left. When we come into this room, we can only stay with the law and its truthful interpretation. And this is exactly what we have done. What we have done today is to show that as a football family, we are united in our belief in the administration of the game. What we have shown today is that the football family is united in our pursuit of good governance, good investment, and high-level promotion of football. What we have shown today is our unity of purpose and our ability to discuss among ourselves, respect our own rules, and ensure that we give a true meaning to our status. What we have done today is to protect the future of our sport. Aiko, Aiko, Aiko. I have always said that the road ahead of us may be tough, may not be smooth, may be like the pathway of an aircraft. But with this show of unity, with this show of purpose, with this show of wanting to make it better and better and better, we will collectively and together as a family get to the promised land. Today, together as a family, we have committed unbelievable amount of resources into the Ghanaian game. The domestic game is going to see a big push. Through your effort, through your support, through your wisdom, and the support I have personally enjoyed from these men sitting on the right table. Mesdames, merci. Mesdames, merci. Together, with the support from the only lady on the ESCO, and all of us, we have disagreed, but at the same time, we have been able to agree on the way forward for the Ghanaian game. Gradually, systematically, we are making the right calls. I thank you all, I thank all of you for traveling from the length and breadth of our country to be here, to be in your own home, and to think about the Ghanaian game and ways at which we can improve our sport. Today, we should all live here feeling very proud of what collectively we have achieved. It's not fiction. The facts are what we saw on the screens. This is the state of our game. Yes, we've made steady progress. Yes, we have admitted here that there are some challenges. There are challenges. But yes, all of us here have shown our commitment towards steadying this ship to its promised land, to its promised end. The upcoming season, be it at the second division level, at the women's division 1 level, at the division 1 level, women's Premier League, or the GPL, promises to be interesting. Indeed, the energy levels of club owners, club executives, club leadership have been gingered by the high level of financial injection into the domestic game. Like I said, it has never been like this. But with your support, we'll continue to work very hard in ensuring that the other levels of the Ghanaian game also receives that high level of support. I stood on the Congress grounds in Kumasi, congressmen and women, and said boldly that your FA has worked very well. Our inflows had improved, and we're going to give back to all of you some of the inflows that have come into the FA coffers. Here we are today. What it means is that we are making progress. What it also means is that if all of us, be it Krobia Kotoko, be it Central RFA, be it All Blacks, if all of us up our game, improve on our individual club operations, your club will be a sellable project, his club will be a sellable project, my club will be a sellable project, your RFA will be very attractive, and when that happens, we will say Ghana football is attractive. Is that not true? So this is the challenge to all of us, congressmen and women. Do your part. Tell your stories. Encourage your brother or sister to do his part, to tell his story. And when we do our part, and when we tell our stories, the world will hear our stories. Because we are Ghana. I would want to thank all of you for the support you have offered my good self, whether you are serving as a member of a subcommittee, or whether you have been serving as a chairman of a subcommittee. And in saying this, Dr. Tony Obin, thank you very much for the support for your work you have been offering us. Thank you so much. Mr. Smith, thank you very much for the push in getting Ghanaian clubs to believe in that way, to protect the future of our players. Football without footballers, is no football. And it is very, very important that once upon a time, all of us will stand up for our footballers. And I want to thank all of you for believing in that pathway, that footballers also matter. I think that we've had a good day. Discussions have been good. I thank all of you, club owners, CEOs, general managers. The upcoming season promises to be interesting. We will, in the next few days, be meeting all Premier League clubs to further discuss our partnership with Adisa Productions, for you to have a better insight as to what we expect from all of you and from the partnership. Today, you you have on your tables some beautiful footballs. They are for you. So please, don't leave them behind. Take them home. We say football is all about balls. Is that not the case? Please, don't leave them behind. Take them home. This is to tell all of us that it is showtime. Also in front of you is your small giveaway. You can open the small gift bag. They are for you. Thank you. Okay, so I also want to thank all of you for your prayers and for your support on the journey of another Ghanaian being elected onto the CAF Executive Committee and to be elected as the second Vice President of CAF. After the exit of President Nyantechi, in our opinion, there was a big vacuum for Ghana. When President Nyantechi occupied that spot as the first Vice President of CAF, he played a big part in not only the work ethic of CAF, but also the general outlook of CAF. We never dreamt that a Ghanaian will have the chance of coming back to that level so soon. But with your prayers, with your support, with your hard work that you do over time, today, one of your own occupies that strategic space as the second Vice President of CAF. I will fully utilize this opportunity by serving CAF well and by serving the interests of the Ghanaian game very well. In departing, Madam Munyasi, Mindanyeshi, for all the support, for the trust in my leadership, for the goodwill towards the Ghanaian game. And you can see clearly that the atmosphere around our football is changing. Even if you can't feel it, you can see it, that it is changing. And collectively, as a family, let's push this change button to a notch or two higher. Let's behave well. Collectively, today, we have made a bold statement for referees. Big statement for referees. Never in the history of the Ghanaian game have they received this level of attention. With Damasi. But like I said, it is time for them also to do what? To up their game. It is that time that we will not accept the O's and the R's anymore. Because I want a situation where when Dr. Baba takes his club to a league game, he's confident of receiving fair officiating. Dr. Baba, is that not true? Thank you. So once we have played our part, we also expect everybody in this football ecosystem to also play their part. I'm very grateful. Former Vice President, thank you for coming. Our former General Secretary, thank you. Chairman of all our committees, thank you. Members of all our committees, thank you. CEOs, club executives, Thank you very much. Our media people, our media friends, thank you very much. Right after here, we'll have a special session with the media. The GOC president, thank you for coming. Thank you so much. To my colleagues on the ESCO, to my vice president, Mr. Sibibre, Mr. Masi, for all the support, to the staff of the FA here in Pram at the headquarters, at the office in the airport, across the 10 regions of Ghana, Ghana Football Damasi, for all your hard work. Please continue to work hard, because that's the only way we can reach that target of envy. To our coaches, you know I've been pushy so much. It's only because I expect a lot from the coaches. Fortunately, we have a new head of coach education in Dr. Prosper Ogun. Prosper, where are you? Can we give it to him, please? Can we give it to him, please? Thank you very much, Prosper, for accepting to take up that mantle. It is very clear you have a Herculean task, because my singular belief is that there's a lot to be done with coach education in our country. I've never hidden this position, and I'll stay with this position until I see a vast improvement in coaching. It's been a great day. We are just about ready for a kickstart of a new season. A season that promises to be interesting, a season that will see high level of TV coverage, a season that will put Ghana football at the center stage of African football. Madam Asibibre, thank you. Thank you, DJ. So we go to item number 15, which is the closing prayer by the chairman of the League Clubs Association, Mr. John Ansa. Sansa, where are you? Could you come forward, please, for closing prayer?
Thank you. Please, can we be upstanding? Everlasting God, we are grateful to you for bringing us this far. We thank you for all you have done for us since morning to this mid-afternoon. We know you are the only beginner and the end of everything that we do. We're asking with your guidance and protection that we live in here to our various destinations. God Almighty, you go ahead of us. You take us out of every challenge of the wicked one. Anything that will cause any disaffection and put bitterness in our mouth. We pray that we come against all that. We ask of all this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Can we clap for him, please? Yes. So, Congress has come to an end. Thank you very much. We'll have the picture sessions outside and then the post-Congress press conference. Thank you so much. Thank you.